Welcome back to Linescapes.
This is Friday, and Friday is time for the Feedback Friday show. This is the show where we take the works you sent us, works from the community, drawings, paintings, other stuff, and we give you feedback on it.
Yeah, if you would like to submit your work to be reviewed and get feedback on your work, then you can do that by posting it in our Facebook group called Linescapers or on Instagram.
So I'm Gasper, this is Sonia, we are Linescapes, and today we'll correct some of your sketches.
Yeah, and this is how it works. Usually we discuss work a bit, so we look each sketch and we try to find things that are good and what can be adjusted so that it's gonna look even better. And afterward, we give Kasper a minute in which he has time to correct everything.
So Sonia totally puts pressure on me, and yeah, I have to do my best. She does. Yeah, she does. I'm under pressure in general. Yes.
In life.
In life.
Oh.
All right. So let's do this. Let's dive into
Okay.
Photoshop and let's look at what you sent us this week.
Yeah, let's start with the first one.
I haven't even checked it, so it's going to be a surprise. Boom. All right. A nice pencil portrait. All right, Sonia, so what can we do here?
Well, first of all, I like it a lot. I would probably try to establish a bit more intensity in the eyes. Give it a bit more white. Otherwise, I love the hairline. I think it's a bit unperfect, but this is how it usually is. We don't have like straight lines.
Yes.
So that would be my thing that I would add.
Okay, mine would also be another one in general about faces. So if you look at this, this should be kind of symmetrical here. And this is quite correctly done. But the mouth is, if you look at the line, the mouth is actually like this. You drew it like this, and it should be curved like this. So it's a bit off. This is just a thought. For you, dear author, you can go back and correct it. We will not do it now in 60 seconds, but something to remember. One more thing. This shadow here is pretty sharp, so I think this could also be like a
bit softer.
Soft shadow.
Okay.
So I'll try to do the eyes and the shadow. Let's look at what I can come up with in 60 seconds.
So you have a minute and the clock starts ticking now.
Okay, so you basically said something about the eyes. I agree, like the blacks of the eyes are not really visible. I mean, I think you should really see the pupils, right?
Yeah. Even if you have dark eyes, usually you can build up a bit of this intensity even more.
Let's give it a little bit more of this, twinkling in the eyes, right? All right, so then the next thing we said, I don't know, let's start with the shadow. I think I will make it a bit more soft.
Let's see what you came up with.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's okay that it's sharp because the light is apparently sharp, but then, there will be a little bit more shading here.
True. Those lines around the neck or in the neck, they would be a bit more visible, even though the shadow is positioned there.
Is that a minute?
Yes, that was a minute.
Let's check it out. So, this is the before, and this is the after. All right, subtle changes. But I think we did good job.
Yeah.
Okay, and remember the things we said about the portrait. Let's go on. Okay, another portrait.
Wow.
I love some things about it. I love the angle. It's really nice. I love the nose. It looks three-dimensional. I love the lips. They look like really voluminous. And what I'm missing are, again, the pupils, as in the last one. They should be actually dark, and you have to be like, the rings would be darker and the pupils would be dark. So this is definitely one thing. What do you think?
Well, I think there's something we can do about the neck as well. It has like really curved line.
I think this is the hair covering it on one side.
Oh, it's the hair. Okay.
Yeah, I think this like basically here, the hair is like covering this part. Else it would be else it would probably look different.
But can we do just like, instead of like the whole bunch of hair, just to get like a strain of hair or something, then maybe it would look a bit more natural.
Yeah. I think so too.
Yeah, but otherwise, I love the line that you are using.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say anything about the symmetry here. Maybe a bit of more chin, and then maybe some details down the neck.
Okay. So again, as always,
I will zoom into the eyes. I'll take this dark color here, and
you get a minute.
Beautiful work, by the way. So we usually like have all of these things to say, but obviously
you're a portrait expert.
So many drawings are really beautiful that we get, and we try to give you our feedback, and it might not actually even improve your work. She got some eyelashes here. I think that. Why is this not working? Sometimes I have problems with Photoshop.
I think it's the line. I think the brush that you're using has some
line issues. And then her, what's this part of the neck called? If anyone knows what's the part of the neck called here in English,
this hole.
You can let us know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So and then let's kind of make a little bit of that neck here visible. So we know what's going on.
Wow, that was your minute already.
Man. Okay, so this is it. Let's see if we did anything, especially with the eyes. I'm interested how it turned out. So this is the before, kind of the blank look. She's been hypnotized. Maybe she's a White Walker. I don't know. And now she comes to life.
Yeah, but I also think those details around the neck that made also some very important thing, because the neck part was very bare.
Yes, true. I love it. Nice portrait. All right, we've got another portrait. Man, we're rolling with portraits today.
Yeah, I think I positioned them so that we have portraits at the beginning.
Okay, so what do we say to this one?
First of all, I love that there are so many flowers in the background, and somehow it looks like impressionistic painting or something.
It does.
Yeah, and that's something I really appreciate. I like it as well a lot. And that's why the question is, I would probably focus on colors here. So how to create the feeling that she's standing in front of the flowers and not somehow merging together with the flowers. Because there's she's just...
This is true. I mean, although the flower, it's nice to have these strong color flowers, she should be like the most saturated, I think. So I would kind of, reduce the intensity of the whole flower background. I think that will make her pop more. Okay.
I think that would be very, very interesting to see.
Yeah, let's see if I can manage that. I think I could do this by, maybe, let's bring it to the light gray tone. Yeah, okay, this is good. Okay. Let's see what I can do.
You can start.
So what I'm doing right now is just like adding a little bit of white, like orange light in the back, which will make the colors less intensive.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you didn't took white, but you took like this orangey tone, which is positioned on the other side. If we we have here the blue tones, and she's apparently dressed in blue. We took on the other side of the color wheel, there's yellow and orange, and those are the colors that we took. So we took a complementary tone to make her come to life in the background, in the foreground.
Yes, so this is true. This is exactly why I did it, because I wanted to make her blue pop out more, so... and maybe add some here. This one has to be also, so we have her popping
a bit
out.
dark.
Boom.
Darker, yeah.
Okay.
Wow, love it.
Okay, let's see what we did here. So this is the before, and this is the after. Boom, now she's popping out more. I love the background, but it should really be the background of the portrait.
Yeah, but I like it. I think that's a nice improvement.
Yeah, think so too? If you think so, you can gladly say in the comments. If you not think so, then yeah, say it as well.
Or just give us a thumbs up or thumbs down, you know, in the comments. That's how we know usually that
the whole video was good or the whole video was really crappy. Yeah, by the way, give the video a thumbs up if you like it. If you like this format of the video anyways, give it a thumbs up and tell it to people. It's amazing. You can get feedback from us. It's awesome. And yeah.
Okay.
So this one came with a question, and the question was, how do you create different values in the drawing? So different levels of darkness in value, so from light to dark in a painting.
Okay, so this is monochromatic painting.
This is monochromatic.
Which means that it's drawn just with one color.
Yes.
And then apparently, well, as we can see here, you can use a bit more pigment to create a bit deeper tone, or this is watercolor painting. You can add some more water to get this diluted version, like transparent version of color.
And if we focus on this topic, I would say the thing is, when you mix a color and want to get different tones, let me show what I'm talking about real quick here. Like you have this most intense tone, and then you're going by adding more water, you're creating these less intense tones, and then ending in a very you're not seeing what I just did. I did up here. So from this very intensive to the not so much intensive tone. So, but what you could be doing maybe is adding black to it as well. Because right now, actually you would be wanting also to add black, and adding black will give you this different values,
Oh, right.
So adding black will actually kind of give you the more, not just the intensity of the color, so not just the lightness, but actually the saturation, the value. So my tip here would be add some more black to your palette. I keep saying palette.
Palette.
Color palette. Okay. So this was what I would do. I will go in with black here. Yeah.
Okay. Like true black, or
no? I will just take the same color that the author used and add more dark tones.
So basically, you would take that color and then mix some black to it, but just like a very small amount, and you're gonna see the effects will be there right away. And I forgot to...
I stole some couple of seconds there.
Yeah, you stole some seconds, but now, Gasper, if it's not perfect, but perfect does not exist, so let's keep it real.
What do you mean perfect does not exist?
Well, I mean, we tend to do everything perfect, but the perfection is the way we envision things.
Yeah, you're right. You're completely right. Okay, so let's add some more black here, and you can see this now basically becoming
more three-dimensional.
More three-dimensional, much more contrasted.
Yeah.
And her face is popping now up, popping out more. And there are other things you could do with this portrait, but I think this
maybe under the lip, the chin area a bit dark.
Yeah. You're right. So there you go. I think this is already giving the portrait a bit more depth. Okay, so let's see what I just did.
Well, I'm excited now.
So me too. Sometimes I'm surprised, negatively or positively. Okay, so this is the before.
Yeah.
a bit flat, and this with much more richness.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
So
Yeah.
remember, here it is. Like this, the upper one would just be adding more white, but also when you're trying to mix more tones, add more black. Let's move on. Oh, an anime.
Another portrait.
An anime drawing, portrait, illustration. Yeah.
Okay.
What say you?
Well, with anime, it's like, you know, I mean, when you're designing a character, especially any anime, you can always cover the eyes, and I think that's fine. But maybe still a bit depth in the hair, especially because she has like I think it's called a ponytail. She's wearing a ponytail, and maybe we can create some feeling of depth in that area, so that we have the feeling that this is the front part of the hair, and then in the background she has like some sort of ponytail. So she wouldn't be so flat. And maybe since this girl has also some shadow underneath her chin, I would try to add some additional shadow, probably in the area where the hair is covering her forehead and her eyes.
This is good. I also think, I mean, this is a style thing, but really she's missing her lips, a little bit of lips. And well, okay, there are many things we're going here for now. Also the color. I mean, like she's now monochromatic yellow with green eyes, but those green eyes would really pop if you had a complementary background like violet. So, so I would say let's try to do some kind of orangey, violety background for her, and then let's continue working on the other stuff. What do you say?
Yeah, your clock start ticking now.
Oh my god. See what I can come up with. Yes, beautiful. I love it. It's contrast with yellow, it's contrast with green. Okay, let's go in here. So I think these lips should be a bit more visible. You know, I can take even No.
It's always so hard to add the color on the lips, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, so then Sonia said about some shading. I think you could use some more shading here. Like that.
You girl should have some more shade.
Alright. The girl has more shade. And then yeah, the whole hairstyle behind here should be like that. There you go. So now we can see she's wearing a ponytail, because before it all merged with her foreground hair. Let's just I know I have to finish it now. Okay, let's see. Let us see. You know, this is really crudely done. I don't like the lips, to be honest. I did, but
do it in your own style, but you get a point.
You get a point. Let's see the before. The kind of green one, you know, background, and now with violet, boom.
Yeah, I must say that the color did it.
Yeah.
That was the strongest thing. That was that was the changing moment.
Yeah. Sometimes just think about color. Think about the color wheel. Trust the color wheel. We always say.
In color wheel we trust.
Oh, that's a jump in style.
Yeah, totally. I don't even know what kind of style is it.
Well, I think I like this one. This is very abstract landscape drawing. I think the person kind of retraced a landscape, just drawing the shadows and creating a kind of a pattern. Now, I love the idea. What I'm missing here is a focal point. Something has to happen. You know, at least there has to be some line that kind of coalesces in a more dark, larger area. Right now, it's a bit, you know, we look at it and we go, yeah, but don't linger there for long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What I'm also maybe missing are the forms that are closed or finished. For example, on the upper part, I would have this tendency to just finish the peaks.
They're mountains probably. Yeah. Hills.
The hills they are probably in the shade.
That's what would save it, I think. That's what. Yeah, let's do this. I think this will save it.
And then you will have the feeling, okay, so we have the feeling of depth, we have the height, it's not so flat. And yeah. Okay, so for this one, you just need to use the black then.
Wait, you were like, for this one, you don't need much time.
Or you need to work with color.
No. Let's stay in the style.
Maybe you can take neon. Like neon yellow or green or something.
Yeah, what this one is missing is some neon green.
Go wild, Kasper.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Well, you have a minute, so.
So, yeah, okay. You were completely right. Look at that. This does the drawing so well. Now we're talking. Now, I don't even know if this is the reality of the landscape you retraced, but let's assume it is.
Even if it's not, that's one amazing creative exercise. Just to get a cutout of some sort of landscape or textures and then fill out the blanks. Where you see that there's something missing, you just add it. And this is also how you can train your composition and patterns and shapes. I think that's something that we also should do on our channel.
It should, yeah, we should. Oh, yeah, this is a good creative exercise.
Monday.
Yeah. By the way, if you don't know our Creative Monday show, every Monday we stretch our creativity, and we do creative exercises to boost our creative thinking and imagination.
I will try to add here another, a bit stronger, not as strong, but just to make like a connection to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice. So what I basically did is added the back layer and then added a central darker point which draws the eye and then connected some lines. Let's see. The before and the landscape after.
Let's see. Oh.
Dear viewer, what do you think?
Yeah.
Did it work?
Or not so much?
Let us know.
Okay, let's see the next one.
By the way, if you're getting value out of this video, give it a thumbs up. We really appreciate it and really appreciate some feedback. This is the first time we're doing this kind of video pre-recorded. Usually do it live, but this time we didn't have time to do it live on Friday normally. So we pre-recorded it for you, still gave you feedback on all your works. And yeah, let us know how it goes. You can leave us feedback in the comments. We'll answer, definitely answer. And yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is different, but let's try it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So the author of this illustration said that he just started drawing again after a few years, and now he's trying to do it. And this is one of the first painting that he did. And he's missing some liveliness.
Some liveliness.
Yes.
Well, how would you add some liveliness to it?
Well, good question. Basically, now we have the elements. For me, what brings liveliness is color and also everything what surrounds it. So, who are the users of these houses? Who's living here? We can see some clothes hanging on the wires, and we see the bus station, which is a bit emphasized on the right side.
The bus station is cool, yeah.
Yeah, right? I like it a lot. But maybe what's missing is like, a bird or a cat on the road.
I was totally like a cat, yeah.
Yeah, or a llama in the courtyard somewhere, behind the wooden fence or something,
Yeah.
What's missing is like this element of exploration, something that catches your eyes.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, some things that you can linger on when you're looking at the drawing.
An eye catcher.
An eye catcher.
Yeah.
Also, one thing about the blue, I like the blue. I would extend it around the houses to give it a bit of of a frame.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, a minute for you.
A minute for me, a minute for you, a minute for everybody in the room.
Shooby-dooby-doo, pa-pa-pa.
What if, like, our singing is the worst part of our videos and people are like, oh no, they're singing again, oh no, man, oh no, and I thought they stopped singing, oh, they're singing again.
But because of the work that we do, like because of the corrections, everyone would just say, but suffer a lot.
Yeah, they like it, but they have to. There is a price to be paid.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Or to have like a personal tick, you know, like something that's really uncommon and a bit awkward, but no one wants to say it loud.
Yeah, like they're like, for maybe we pronounce a word or two wrong all the time, and
intentionally. Maybe we should do it intentionally.
Nobody tell us. Yeah, maybe we should start doing it intentionally.
Yeah,
it's true.
Okay.
One more thing.
Do it fast.
Yeah, I know. Well, let's do it fast. Wait, no, I need the right color.
The train is leaving, Gasper. The train is leaving. A banana.
A banana peel on the floor.
Someone was not cleaning.
Yep.
Or someone was very messy who throws a banana peel on the floor.
Oh, and this banana peel is like completely way too strong. Okay. So, let's see the result. And we put some birds, we put a cat in the window, we put a banana peel on the floor, and we added some blue framing around, some details on that fence. This is the before, and this is the after. Yeah.
Okay.
So dear author, go back into that drawing, add some more details, and I think you're on a great path.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, next one. Oh, nice. I like the color combination.
Yeah, a watercolor sketch.
So the color combination is not coincidental. The combination of yellow bridge and violet environment is a complementary color scheme.
Yeah, and that means that they are laying on the opposite sides of it. So we have the yellow here, and the violet is on the other side of the color wheel.
Yeah.
So they are looking at each other. Right?
All right. So yeah, what do we do?
Feeling of depth.
Feeling of depth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, I mean, yeah, there's this yellow under the bridge, which now actually it's problematic because I know it's a sunset, but then maybe it should extend above the bridge as well, because now it's just cut off by the bridge, the yellow area, so this is a bit weird. And
also water. Probably there's water, what we're seeing.
Reflection of the bridge in the water.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
This will be good.
Okay. I think you're gonna need more than a minute, so I'm gonna give you 2.
Oh, okay, but I'm gonna try to
prepare it first.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna just try to do it anyways.
Like to paint with watercolors, with the watercolor brush.
No.
Use some additional tone. Do a tetradic.
Just start.
Color scheme.
Just start.
I'm trying to help you.
I know. Okay, so we have some yellow. I will extend this yellow light now beyond the bridge, so it's not so cut off. This is the step 1 we will be doing here today. Okay, nice. This is already helping it a lot. Now let's do the shading on the bridge. So
yeah, I think you're gonna have to take really the black one because the lines are black.
Yeah, I have to make really crisp shading. Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Very good. So this is the bridge now. Now also here inside there will probably be some shading. I love to shade things. Like I really love to just go into the sketch and do some more shading. Usually everyone doesn't do enough shading.
True. Yeah. We tend to not to forget, but some forget, but we are maybe a bit afraid of it because we're afraid that it's gonna look just too dark. Okay. Wow. Yes. And I like that you're using also like shorter strokes, because the water is never like just, you know, one very long fluid surface with long gestures on the horizon, you know. It has many more small broken horizontal lines.
Yeah, you taught me that. So it's now we have water as well. Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Some more reflection. Okay, can you also add maybe a bit darker line on
the shore?
On the shore, yeah.
Yeah. These are 2 minutes?
These are the 2 minutes.
Man, already did 2 minutes? Okay, good.
Yeah.
So let's just finish with this darker line on the shore.
Can you also add something more?
Yeah, sure.
Can you take the dark but very thin brush and then just add some, you know, the lines that we usually do that are holding everything together, because it's like organic, and so that it's just, it has maybe a line or two that are...
I don't even know what you mean, but...
yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
Just a couple of points that kind of anchor the painting. Yeah. I think this should be black here. Yeah. Yes.
Oof, yes.
And some trees here. Yes. Okay. And you probably have something on the horizon here. Yeah. Then you can. It's also visible reflection. Okay. Wow.
Very nice. I think this looks amazing.
Wow. Wow. This is like the best correction we did.
How do you like it? I mean, we are very pleased with it.
Yeah. So let's look at this. Before, like kind of flat.
Yeah.
And now, wow, we have a sunset. You can work more on that sketch, dear author. And by the way, if one of those sketches is yours, just write it in the comments. You can gladly be proud, especially because of the courage you have to send us these things, show it to the world, and let us scribble all over it.
Yeah. Very good job.
Good job.
Okay, let's continue.
All right. Nice sketch. Oh, I love this sketch.
Love the contrast.
Yeah, I love it. It's very. I like the line work on this one. I like the style of the lines. It has this kind of this small short strokes. You know, almost like points. Give it nice texture and depth. Yeah.
Okay, but I still, if I wouldn't have the reference photo in the background, I would probably struggle to recognize the water surface.
Yeah, okay. So you actually, the water surface, you do it the darkest area?
Or at least add some texture for the water, you know?
True.
Some horizontal wobbly line, like very light.
So, this is a great example to show how to draw water, I think. Okay, let's try to do this and...
in 1 minute.
In 1 minute. Okay, yeah, so this is also a kind of sketch that you can still work on and improve further. Okay, so quick lesson on drawing water. Let's go. So water always has horizontal texture. Yeah, so try to do, like, especially when sketching like this, try to do horizontal lines, and it will help you depict water. And then if you're like doing a reflection of the tree, you know, like you did here, I love it, you can also use horizontal lines to depict that reflection as well, right?
Yeah, that's what was missing.
Yeah. Also, now suddenly this birch tree, I assume it's a birch, has like a light bark. Maybe it's a birch. Is it a birch? I hope I identified the tree right. I sometimes have problems identifying trees. Okay, so let's see. Maybe just here a bit more. Yeah, I know I'm overdue. And now here I think this should be a bit darker to give it a bit of contrast. Yeah.
We always need like a foreground.
Yeah.
The first layer where something is happening. Yeah. And that's what Kasper creating right now.
Yeah, so look at that.
Okay. Yeah.
Now you have something in the foreground framing your image, and I like the foreground here There's a lot of good things going on in here. Anyways, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's see if we did something here to make the water more recognizable. I like that it's photographed with a reference, so we can give you the best feedback we can. This is the before, and this is the after.
Yes. Well, for me, it does the trick.
Yeah.
But let us know, what do you think about it?
Yeah. You can definitely, you can definitely continue working on this sketch. I really like it. Okay, next one. All right, okay, we got some digital painting here, and we're still in landscape, but it's like painting now, and it's actually a value study. Black and white landscapes. Great exercise. I love that you did this. Anyone who's doing some landscapes, drawing paintings, especially paintings, should do value, just black and white landscape paintings to get the feeling of depth and value and everything.
Yeah, true. Because when you squint with your eyes and you don't see the depth, that means that you can still adjust the colors a bit. So add some more or white or a bit more dark.
And what you basically did here, and what you can still improve. I know you had the idea to do a light one, to a dark one, but the best paintings have an array from dark to light, and it's balanced. So actually, I would go to your darkest one and your lightest one, the top right one and the bottom left one, and add some more of the other side of the spectrum.
Okay, fine. I think that would be amazing to see.
Okay, let's start with the dark one.
Will 1 minute suffice?
It should.
Okay.
All right.
Brave man here.
Wait.
You know, the train.
Okay, yeah, I know. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
I can do it. Okay, so yeah, basically, I think you could do it like a sunset situation here. I think this is like a potential for like a sunset scene with your clouds and everything. And then I like the reflection of this lake here. And now, suddenly you maybe also have some dark spots in the front. So we balance this out and kind of, you have this jagged, unrealistic rocks. You can also kind of do some in the foreground. Yeah, boom. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, one more thing. I think you need some even more light. Yes, okay, good. Now this one, the bottom one is the same.
You can also take the colors from below.
So I would like add some darker shading here. All right, you have the color palette for me ready. Yeah, I'm almost. And yeah, this is basically it.
This is basically it.
Yeah.
Because, of course, we could start adding the color also in the background, but then the stone in the foreground would not be in the foreground anymore. It would just merge with the background. So this was a great solution. Yeah.
So okay, remember this. So use your whole range of values. Let's see the before, and let's see the after. Boom.
Yeah.
Still, it's a digital painting. You can continue working on that, and use your whole palette.
Okay. Amazing.
Oh wow, lovely! Another landscape.
Another landscape.
I love landscapes.
Colored pencils.
Colored pencils, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see, what do we have? It's like a photo made from air, it looks like it, at least, or made from one hill. In the background, we can see some mountains. In the foreground, there's also a slope with a road or some sort of path. And okay, sure, there's a sea that we can see. Yeah. Okay, so I think we can try to work a bit more on the feeling of depth again.
It's like the thing we do always, feeling of depth, could do with some feeling of that. It has to do something with boldness, with experience, with years you get bolder, because, adding more value to your drawing, you can mess it up. And you have to be ready to mess up your drawings. Remember that. Be ready to mess them up. You know, there might be a point where it's perfect. Take a photo of it and then continue. You should find your limit.
Yeah, we do that all the time. Mess up our sketches.
We do.
Yeah, but we also do the photos. What you just suggested.
Yeah.
If we know that we're trying to be a bit bolder, then we tend to do a photo and then start working on it again.
Yeah.
And especially if you're working with color pencils, that means that you always layer the color and you're pretty safe actually. But just you need to know that everything what's in front of us, so the layer in front or foreground is darker, has more color, and then the more you progress into the space, the lighter the colors, the muddier, the bluer. And
the bluer, yeah. Actually, here it's reverse. We should actually do some more bluing on the mountains and some more color, warmer colors in the foreground.
Yeah, and I also see the line between the horizon line.
Yeah. This thing here
should be somehow emphasized.
Yep. I think we need to differentiate the sky from the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now I don't know what to do, but
I will give you 2 minutes and you can start.
So I don't know. I maybe would add some more stuff up front. I guess.
Yeah, it's not so easy.
It's not so easy.
It's not so easy because it's actually a very small drawing and it has many informations, and you can also see the scale. The trees are very small. So what Gasper is doing, he's just trying to fill in or just to correct the values, the color, but he cannot draw a lot because the lines are so fine. And yeah, that's the background layer, which is always a bit bluer. And I can see immediately that it's somehow distancing itself from the mountains in the foreground, and I think that's something that we wanted to achieve.
True.
Okay. Yeah. I also like the sky that you just emphasized.
No, let's give it a bit more kind of sky thingy. Yeah. Okay. I think let's just add something here.
I would probably add a darker line along the coast.
Yeah. It should be something like this.
Yeah.
You are completely right. And here, this is like, has to have a clear, crisp. It has to. The line between the water and the land is always crisp. So do.
Especially if you look from far away.
Yeah, it's always crisp. There you go. Okay.
And these were also your 2 minutes.
Thank you very much. Let's see what I did.
Okay.
This is the before, and this is the after. Boom.
Okay. So if you can see, the yellow is not so intense anymore. And this is how it should be. The intenser colors are always nearer to us.
Yeah.
And then the more we progress into space, the more bluer, grayer, desaturated they are. Yeah.
True. Okay. A nice triptych watercolor illustration. So 3 landscapes in 3 different times of the day. I would want to have these as, bookmarkings for reading.
Yeah.
I'm always missing book. I read like 10 books at the same time, and I only have like 2 bookmarks, and I'm always like searching, where was I? So, yeah, I would love those.
Okay. I like the colors. I think we can always work a bit on the landscapes. Even though they are very small, we can make them a bit more interesting. Maybe I know these are like very small sections of landscape, and they are more ambiental. They are, for me, that's more like, something.
But more can be going on there.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. So the middle one doesn't have this problem. It knows it already has the moon. We could maybe fix some of the reflection. Maybe there could be some clouds. The left one could definitely have some clouds.
Yeah, or maybe you see the trees are very, it's like almost a straight green line.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do some some hills or something, something that we would break that clear straight line, or do a group of trees.
Yep.
Maybe instead of like separately dispersed across the field.
Yeah, with landscapes, remember, you always have to have something going on, unless or else it's going to be quite dull,
Okay, you get your minute?
There you go. Thanks. So let me do some clouds here.
Wow, yeah, immediately a change.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, and the upper, the more high we go, the bigger the clouds, right? The more low we are, they are much more
the more far away, yeah,
together.
Because they're far away, yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And then basically we just have these. Mm-hmm. So they're like in a perspective as well. Then you said something about the trees that we could like maybe make them more dynamic. Mm-hmm. So, now we have some trees here. This is a bit more dynamic. Okay. I already think we did a lot with the clouds. So.
Yeah, I think the clouds did the thing.
Okay, so the second one here, I only think I'm like, it's like the moon reflection would be more vertical, not so spread around.
It would be more a line.
Just directly under the moon, but a long line. So let me show you what we mean. Reflections are always vertical, like this. This is the moon reflection we're going for. Mm-hmm. And now for the left one, what about the tree in the foreground?
Or that, or I can imagine like layers, the lighter layers of the hills. That's also something that we can do. It should have the same blue tone, just a bit lighter.
Should it?
You don't think so?
I don't know.
Try it out. Do your thing. I'm interested what you're gonna do.
Like you could argue that, I don't know, you could argue that, you could argue.
Let's not argue.
One could argue, but let's not. And then, this could be a bit higher. So it actually has a peak, something interesting.
It needs a peak.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Just a little bit of change, and I hope it helps.
Okay. Very nice.
Voila! So let's look at the triptych of landscapes again. This is the before, and this is the after. You be the judge of how we did.
Let's continue.
The one before last, eh? Oh, nice. Desolation Sound, British Columbia. That's the name of a place? Desolation Sound sounds like a title of a heavy metal band album. Desolation Sounds. Desolation Sounds.
And they are shouting just very, very, very.
Yeah. I love the line drawing in this one. I love the texture of the forest in the middle layer.
Yeah, I think there's a very nice precision about it. Also the background mountains, the lines are very clear and very, very straight, and I love that as well. But what would you adjust or improve?
So I think the background is a bit too flat. For example, this here could have another layer in between to give it more feeling. It's like immediately wall. Mountains were far away, they look like a wall, but it's a bit too much wally. So you need one extra layer in between, I would say.
Especially if you're using the vertical line.
Yeah.
The vertical line will always give you the feeling that it's something very vertical and it can easily look like this, like a wall.
Yeah, which is okay for very far away mountains, but not too tall ones. Okay.
Okay.
What else?
Reflection in water or water texture.
Yeah, the water texture.
There's someone on the canoe, and he also should get a reflection since he's the nearest to us.
True. Yeah, so once again, we will do a horizontal water texture here as we did a couple of sketches ago. Okay, let's try doing this. Let's try. I mean, I bet there was like another layer of hills there that you could.
How do you know, Gaspar?
Okay, let me tell you a secret. If there is not, invent one.
Yeah, it can be that there weren't any hills, but probably it's not like the mountain is like a wall. It's slowly gaining the height. So there are some other textures that you could draw. But if you're not so skilled with doing that, you can always add an additional layer, as Gaspar already suggested.
Yeah, also you don't be afraid with adding more dark, especially here on the edge of the water, because your kayak person is quite dark. Okay, so and let's do now the water. So it should be horizontal, like Sonia said. Let's do this horizontal texture of the water. And
yes, oh, that's something that it was missing.
Yes, now.
Ah, amazing. Yes. And it's suddenly much more alive. You can really imagine that there's a water, a nice river, a slowly river, and you're just enjoying your trip
with the kayak.
Oh, amazing!
Let's do it dark. Okay, beautiful. And wow!
That was also your minute.
So this is the before, and this is the after. Boom! Added much more depth, much more value. Yeah. You can still also work on the sketch even more and improve those. Would love to see all of your sketches. You can definitely send us afterwards if you improve them, if you change something, or if you want you have further questions, or just further sketches. Take your phone, take a snapshot of your work, post it to Instagram, lionscapes.drawing, tag us so we see it, or send us a DM, or post it in our Facebook group.
Yeah.
Lionscapers, it is called.
You're always welcome to join us.
Always welcome. It's an amazing community. We exchange drawings, paintings, sketches, and we comment on each other's work. We're also there and give you feedback.
Yeah, we love to do that.
Okay. Wow.
I know.
Beautiful illustration. I just love it.
Yeah.
Is this like a real building or is it like an imaginary thing?
I don't know.
Amazing.
But it looks great, right?
This is impressive.
Right now, when you were talking about our Facebook group and where you can submit your sketches and stuff, I was checking the colors. And actually, it's very bold color choice. And because if you see the colors, we have the green, then we have the yellow, then we have the brown, and could be like similar orangey mixed with black, and then we also have the red.
It's a monochrome. It's a analogous color scheme. So these are the colors that are adjacent next to each other on the color wheel.
Yeah,
quite cool.
And I almost never see someone use it. It's
so seldom. Yeah,
it's probably not so easy to use.
It's good to use for landscapes because it produces a realistic palette.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would just do some details. For example, I think the bottom shops could have some light, some yellow light coming out of them.
Okay.
The other thing is it's like just a little bit, we need a bit of a horizon because it looks like it's going to fall. I mean, you balanced it out with that flag on the right side, but like a little bit of a horizon line will help.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's also something that I would add. Because it's as an architectural piece, it looks very heavy, and also color emphasizes that. So we need to give it like a pedestal or something, you know, like a ground on which it stands. So I would do a bit longer line, especially on the left side.
Yes, true.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go for this. So first of all, let's have like a horizon line. Mm-hmm. And then we'll extend this a bit here, so it's not so naked. There you go. Now, I think we said some lights here. I'm looking forward to doing this because I think it could look quite cool. Let's see if we manage to do this correctly. No, why are you so? You have to be. I need you to be more yellow, dear pen. You know, this could have a little bit of more lights down here. This will just make it pop more, and then maybe this light here.
Oh right, I didn't even notice them.
Yeah, I love it, and look at that. Maybe I also get this. Yeah, so this will give it three-dimensionality. Look at that.
Oh.
Now we see what's going on here for real. You know, you kind of I like this gritty kind of dirt here up, but this light is central, important to your drawing. Let's give it some life. There you go.
Okay, did you notice there's also another one?
And
here is also
there's
something.
Lights.
Yeah, I think this.
Okay, so these. Oh yeah, now.
Yeah.
Now this is probably even more amazing. Wow. Is this like, I don't know? Please.
You need to tell us. Yeah.
Is this from imagination, or is there a drawing like this somewhere? It would be completely insane.
We would very appreciate it if you post your channel in the comments. I know this author has also his own YouTube channel.
Really?
Where he posts his drawing process, and it's very amazing. And I think you can learn a lot from him. So, dear author, please post your YouTube page or profile in the comments below.
Okay, let's see what we did here. So let's zoom in a little bit more so you can see better. Okay, so this is the before, and this is the after. Yeah. One more thing. Let's just do one more thing. I think it would be cool to have some kind of light coming from up here. Something like that, you know. Let's have it a bit more, yeah, something like this. So,
like it.
Before and after. Yep.
How do you like it? Let us know.
Amazing. So, this was our final one. I really love it. And thanks everyone for sending in your work. Do it for the next Friday. Take a snapshot from your work and send it to us for review.
Yeah, as we already said, you can do that by posting it in our Facebook group called Cardscapes or on Instagram. Just don't forget to turn it the right way and make like a good quality photo.
Yeah, good light.
Yeah.
Straight, top-down shot.
That makes things a bit easier for us.
Yeah. So apart from that, join us every Monday on Creative Monday. We have a live drawing session when we push ourselves creatively, so you can join us there. And every Friday, it's Feedback Friday.
Yeah. So, thank you for joining us. Till next time, you know what to do.
Keep on drawing.
And stay creative.
Bye-bye.
Bye.